morning is kind of exciting because not only is it not pissing rain, which is a good thing, but today is the day the emails, acceptance emails or confirmation emails, whatever you would like to call it, for one of the bigger shows of the year go out. It's called Old School, New School. It's in County Longford. It's about an hour and a half or so away from me. Obviously, I don't know if I've gotten accepted or not, but I'm quietly confident, for want of a better phrase. They have shared a couple of my photos and they've reposted a couple of my little stories on Instagram and stuff like that. And obviously, it's run by a guy called Niall Gertie. He has, it's always like, now I've never been, but it's been on the last 5 or 6 years, and I know a couple of people that have been, and apparently the quality of cars is always like up there, like super high. So he's not going to be letting shit boxes into the show, for want of a better word. So yeah, quietly confident. Today is the day the emails go out, as I said. So I'm on the way into work now. First thing we'll do when we get into work is check the emails, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. I figured it would be. Looks really nice. I really like it. It's kind of a finishing touch there now in the boot. So let's put the whole car back together, lift it back up, and keep going with some prep. Today is Saturday. Today is there's a little private barbecue for people who trade stands and people displaying their cars, and the public could buy VIP tickets, say like if you wanted to see the show getting put together and watch the cars getting set up and stuff like that, you know, just to get in before it gets too busy, I guess, on the Sunday. So that little barbecue is on this evening. You can arrive from between 3 and half 5, I think they said. So at this rate, I'm about halfway, so I should arrive about 4, maybe half 4 by the time I've checked into my accommodation for the night. The weather is really bad. Not really, well, today is not super bad, but the last week, to be honest, the last 4, 5, 6 days has been raining pretty much non-stop, unfortunately. Today is not as bad. It's still raining, but it's I don't know, it's not looking great, to be honest. When I left home about 45 minutes ago, it was sunny and at least not raining. By no means beautiful sunny day, but there was sunshine and it wasn't raining. So if that weather follows us, I'll be more than happy to go to that, because you know what it's like on a rainy day at a car show. It's never fun. It's just bad. It occurred to me over the weekend, actually, this is my first car show since, you're not going to believe this, this is my first car show since 2005. Fucking 2005, almost 20 years. Like that, there's people walking around that are older, like that are 18 years old, that can legally make decisions in that same window. Like that just blew my mind. I didn't realize that till this morning. First, like, I had it at one small event a couple of years ago that was like a drift event that had a show and shine at it, but this is an actual car show, my first one in 18 years, which is crazy. So like I said, yeah, we're about 45 minutes away depending on traffic, and if this tractor in front of me gets out of the way or decides to at the very least pull in. But yeah, okay, sorry, we just had to get around the tractor. So yeah, like I said, about 45 minutes away. Either way, I'm going to try and make the best of it. I have rain gear, I have a couple of spare changes of clothes, I have an umbrella, I have all that kind of stuff. Just going to make the most of it, I guess. Like I said, it's first car show in a long time, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to spin you around, show you some lovely time-lapse Irish countryside, and we'll check in once we arrive. Hurry up. You're probably looking for this guy, is it?
You have all there.
I have everything
the only
there, yeah.
organised one that's come to the gate so far.
Oh, that's why because I'm an old man. Thanks.
No, there you go.
Let's start, lovely. Thank you. Hurry up. How's it going? Am I? Yeah. Grant.
Down there, see that black one?
Yeah, it's right here.
Down here, over the mountain, turn left. Drive up here, and I'm going to reverse you in here so you face the podium. I'm going to reverse you to the left hand side of that podium.
The left hand side, say in front of the green truck, is it?
No, you're coming right up to the very top.
Okay, right, yeah.
Podium here.
Sound.
Just going to reverse in like that.
Can I try to do I'll do the loop here this way, will I?
Look that side or that, no, get down there, come on up.
Lovely. Alright, thanks. Wow, we're up the front, fucking hell. Oh my god, the heavens just opened. It is absolutely pouring rain. Massive, massive heavy rain just out of nowhere. And it's been a really good day compared to yesterday. It was nice and sunny there, you saw in some of the clips. But like god, it is, people are starting to leave and everything. It's such a shame because the show's been going really, really good weather-wise. So we'll give this a couple of minutes and clear up, and hopefully the sun will come back out. Right, what a stressful few days for me and for all the crew, and I want to thank all the Old School Musical crew through torrential rain, from digging sewer pipes to get floods away, from 8 and 9 all day here since Wednesday setting up. So I cannot thank you enough for that. Without you, this wouldn't happen. So I want a huge round of applause and a roar for the Old School Musical crew. Okay, we did get some sunshine today, and it was brilliant. I was really, really worried about the weather this morning, and I want to thank all you car owners for taking them out. I know when you wake up in the morning, if you see rain, you're not going to come, but I want to thank every single one of you for making the effort to come down here. Big round of applause for yourselves for that. Thanks very much. Another thanks to St. Mel's College. Only for St. Mel's College here, we wouldn't have this. I would also like to thank the new boss man, or the gaffer here, Malachi Flanagan. He took over from Declan Rowley last year, and we asked the question, could we come again? And Malachi was like, absolutely no problem at all. So huge thanks to St. Mel's College for giving us the grounds yet again. Alright, I upped the prizes for the cars because, as you know, the standard of cars here is absolutely crazy. We struggled for a lot of years doing top 10 and top 5 classic. It just wasn't really working out for us, so I had to put it up to top 20. So I've got a top 20 prizes here in front of me. I've got a car to show, and I've got a best female owned car as well. So we tried to broaden it out to give everybody a shot at it. So just before I do that, was anybody looking at the crushed car today? No? Right, I find this absolutely hilarious, having this crushed car. My dad sorts it out every year, and he always tells us lies of what it is, but I have been now informed of what it actually is. I think it was the blind leading the blind today. I think people were looking at too many guesses, but it turned out in the end that 5 people got it, and I was informed that it is it's in around the 1980s Mitsubishi Shogun. So 5 people guessed it right. We put 1 to 5 into a random generator, and Gabrielle Ferry has €50 cash here waiting for him for guessing correct. Maybe he's gone home, but he might be soon back when he hears that. Right, I'm going to get into the prizes here. A handy 50 quid. Right, right. This rain, I'm going to try and fly through this now. I want to say a huge thank you to AutoSmart for sponsoring our top 20 here today and our best female owned. So I would like to thank AutoSmart for doing that. So I'm going to go straight into it, lads. Straight in with something that blew my mind today, and it has to be the yellow S2000 on the podium out the front. That is our first top 20 winner here today. Well done. Next one up is the Mercedes that you're all blocking there, just stand back and appreciate that thing. It's absolutely mega. That is our second winner here in the top 20 at Old School Youth School. A little bit of a late arrival, but we managed to get in there. Well done. Next up is the Mitsubishi Evo, the black one over here on the Celtic Customs stand, 01WH4983. Well done. Congratulations. Next one up then, there was two very eye-catching colours out the front that stood out to us. Two chasers, and we had to go with the blue chaser out the front. A fantastic colour and a very well presented car. Very well done, thank you. Next one up, this is a car that has come to us back in 2019 and has an amazing story behind it, and an amazing set of boys that made it all possible as well. And it's a prize that's going to the Dockworks Twin Cam outside, out the front. Well done, Colin. A big round of applause for this man here. Next one up is a bit of a combo. Goes to Martin Coyle, Midnight Auto Body, his cool truck and Starlet, a 2-in-1. So Martin Coyle can come up to get his prize. Alright, I'm going to speed this up, people are getting wet. Next one then is the Black Mark 4 Golf, Mark 4 GTI. It should be sitting out the front on the Vitoras. Next one up is a very cool car as well. It's the 69 Black Toyota Crown, 69D12009. Still going strong. Right, I'm going to get faster at this now, lads. The next one is the Toyota Glanza, Black Glanza, should be sitting somewhere around over there. 1, 2 claps, 3 claps. Woo, there we go. Slow start, pull out the chalk. Next one up is the purple MX-5, which is sitting up here, 91D120250. Where is he? There he is. Go on, get yourself a jacket. Well done, Adam. Woo! Another lovely little car is the Mark II dark green Polo, sitting on air somewhere down there. A very cool car. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Also, a very cool red Hilux sitting down there with a 1UZ engine in it. For Hilux, very cool. LIG 1862. So yeah, that's the red Hilux there with the 1UZ engine in it. Next up is the Mini inside here in our indoor hall. The reg on her is GEZ 1437. I believe a 13-year-old owns this car. There he is here, look. This is the man. Big cheer for the little man. Okay, next one then is the A5 convertible, sitting over there, grey one, CH13 DOC. There's Cameron coming out, or Chris coming out, well done. Next one up is the black 4-door Skyline, NXZ 6509. That's Cameron.
Next one after that is the IS400. Not too many of them, you see. The red one. Well done, Calvin. Next after that is the red Jetta GTI 16 valve. She should be sitting somewhere over there. Well done, lad. Next up is the Blue E34 sitting over there with the bonnet still up. That is a brave, brave man over there. Dedicated to the cause. Dry out my home now. Okay, this is the last of our top 20, correct, Colin? 2 didn't show up, but we'll get them. So last one, a very, very aesthetically pleasing truck out the front. It's the Ratlock Chevy truck sitting out the front of the podium. Round of applause for that man there, please. Just Colin, we could. Oh, here he is. Yeah, well done, Karen. Well done. Okay, now on to our female-owned. We've went with the twin cam out the front, 83WH 8013. JDM Classics twin cam. Thank you. Now, this one, we had a tough time with this one, but 6 or 7 of us around the table, and we just had to go with this one. This man built this car himself. He done all the paint work himself, the engine conversion himself, and it was his first ever build, and he done all the work himself. So he most definitely deserves the car of the show. Is the yellow Mark 1 Golf sitting out the front of the podium. Congratulations. I definitely didn't build something like that for my first car anyway. Right, lads, thank you again everybody for supporting us for the 6th year. This year we were donating to the autistic unit here in St Mel's College. We've done so many various charities. We have over 50,000 euros raised for charities, and we felt this year we need to give something back to St Mel's College because they've been so good to us. So that's what we're donating to this year. We release that over the next coming weeks. But again, thank you everybody. Thank you to the old school, new school crew. We're definitely going to enjoy a wee drink tonight. But everybody, please, safe home. Don't go too mad when you're leaving the grounds. And if all the public could start moving towards the front gate, and we can start moving the cars out through the side entrance onto the Bannerlee Road. Lads, OSNS 2023, we made the best. But thank you very much.
Right, there we are, old school, new school 23. I really enjoyed it. I really did. It's an awful shame the weather was against us. You would have seen, like, this morning, Sunday morning, started off gorgeous, nice and sunny, fairly dry, even a little bit warm. And then out of nowhere, 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock, it absolutely poured down, as you saw, and unfortunately stayed like that kind of for the rest of the evening, which is a shame. But look, not a big deal. Really enjoyed the show. The quality of cars is unbelievable. Like, because I don't really go to a lot of stuff, I don't really see a lot of it. Like, I don't go to drift events, I don't go to a lot of cars and coffees and things like that, so I don't really see a lot of these kind of cars. But some of the stuff to see that people have built is just absolutely incredible. There was a guy parked a few cars up for me. I didn't actually ask him where he's from, but by the accent he was from Northern Ireland. The black 3-door Golf with the Oz Futuras on it, and the half bonnet and the cream coloured bay and stuff like that. Like, that thing was absolutely incredible. Like, and I'm not a Volkswagen head at all, really. Like, I'm definitely not Golfs anyway. But the thing looked absolutely incredible. Like, the work they put in it, and he told me he never really drives it. He just brings it to shows, and that's about it. Like, just sits in the shed the rest of the year, which I guess is good and bad, you know. But yeah, I couldn't tell you the amount of just unbelievable cars that were there. Like the two I guess you'd say matching chasers, for want of a better word, like the baby blue one and then the bright pink one. They were really cool looking. I was very happy to see a VZR, the Jap import Almiras. There was a normal 3-door one, a friend of mine years and years and years ago, like 15 years ago, 20 years ago at this stage, had one, and it was absolutely stunning. It was cool to see one of those. There was another one, a 4-door one of the same thing. I think it's called a Lucino or something like that, if I remember right. It's really cool to see something like that. A couple of cool old Hondas, things like that. Just the sheer variety was unbelievable. As for cars that stood out to me, surprisingly enough, most of the stuff that stood out to me wasn't actually Japanese cars. I was talking to the guy, the little Volkswagen Lupo that was on air as well. Really cool little car, just again because it's something different. The guy that was set up the other side of him in a yellow, I'm not sure what kind of, I know it was a Volkswagen Golf, but I don't know if it was a Mark 1 or 2 or what, I have no idea. But super cool car, really nice. And again, a little 6N Polo, dark green. I assume it was on air, actually I didn't look. But yeah, some really cool stuff like that. And of course there was all the cool Japanese stuff and all the usual stuff that you see, any amount of chasers, a couple of Skylines, stuff like that. Stuff that we've kind of all seen before, you know. Something actually, a Japanese car that really stood out to me. I've seen it a couple of times on Instagram. I think he's from Northern Ireland as well. He's part of that Violent Clique. It was red IS200, but I think it has some Lexus V8 or something like that, I don't know in it. On beautiful white I think they were VSXXs. Beautifully put together car, and I won't go so far as to say I hate IS200s, but like they've kind of a shitty reputation, at least here. Like everyone has them and they're all the same, and they're usually shit boxes, and you know, they just get the bollocks driven off them, and they're all rough and stuff like that. But his one then was absolutely stunning, beautiful looking car, and it's been done like that for a couple of years, I think. So he obviously keeps it immaculate. Other than that, you know, the cool old Chevy trucks, stuff like that, it was absolutely brilliant. So I really enjoyed the weekend. The only thing that really kind of disappointed me was the weather, but look, you'll have that. There's no one can control that, unfortunately. But Niall, the man that runs the show, put together a really good show. I enjoyed the whole event. It was nice to see a couple of familiar faces as well. The guy Kevin, his yellow RX-7, beautiful looking car, absolutely stunning thing. And another guy, Alan, friend of his, Alan Duffsey, you might have seen him before on, his car's been on a couple of YouTube videos. It's a little Sunny pickup truck, white one, beautiful looking thing. He didn't have the car there, but it was nice to see him and have a chat. A couple of other people from home, made a few new friends, stuff like that. It was a nice event. A lot of people talking about the car, or talking about my car. One guy in particular, I was probably talking to him for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe more. And then he started to follow me on Instagram. It turns out I kind of knew who he was from Instagram, but just never saw his face, I guess. Kind of a big deal, one of the best painters in the country. So I guess it's nice to get a little compliment or two from people like that know what they're talking about, you know. But hey, yeah, that's the weekend done. So really enjoyed it. I would go again for sure. I will admit, I was a little I was walking around and thinking, hey, you never know, they've upped the ceiling. Normally it's just a top 10 cars and a best to show, and they upgraded it to a top 20 this time. And I thought, hey, you never know, I might get a little prize, something like that. You know, I've got a lot of attention over the weekend, but you know, I didn't win anything, but it would have been cool. I'm not disappointed by any means, because the sheer quality of cars up there is just absolutely unbelievable. Like you saw in the video there, in the clips, you couldn't possibly video everything that was there. It was really good weekend. So like I said, aside from the rain, absolutely fantastic weekend. Thanks to Niall, the man that organised the show, for accepting the car into it and having me there and putting me like right up the front of the car. My car was literally the second car that you would see as you walked in the gates of the place. It was a brilliant spot to have the car. I was very pleased with that. So we're almost home. I'll be home in about 45 minutes. We'll grab a bite to eat. We'll slap this video together now with extra dog content. So we all know how much people love the dog content. And we'll see you again pretty soon.